Hi. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, today we are talking about the royal trope. I just thought I'd give you some recommendations if you're into that and you want to read some. I got you covered. Let's just do the damn thing. Let's just get right on into this bad boy. Okay, so the first book, I'm so fidgety, I'm sorry. The first book that I want to talk about is The Royal We. This one has a second installment coming out this year and I'm so excited for it. So this book follows Bex and, what is his name? Nicky Boy. They don't call him that. I don't call him that. Bex and Nick, it would be just fine. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I'm sorry. So we follow those two characters and it's over kind of like a long time. I want to say like 6 years or something like that. We just follow their relationship, like the ups and downs, and it is so good. Like the authors do so good at like explaining what it really is like to be in a relationship and all of the like hardships and like the highlights of a relationship. Like you just feel like you fall in love with them for individual reasons. Like their characters are so good, but their love story is epic. They did such a good job like explaining what it's like to be in a relationship, but not only is it kind of just a normal ass relationship, but it's just like thrown in the spotlight because they're royals and there's like a bunch of technical shit that goes on, you know, like, I don't know. It's so good. And if you love royals, you need to read this. And I can't wait for the next book to come out. I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm gonna do when it comes out. I'm probably gonna lock myself in my room and literally just reread this and go to town on that new book because I miss them. I miss them and I cannot wait to read about them. Oh my God, it didn't even occur to me. What if it's not about them? Not that. That's a twist. Now I'm nervous. Okay, well, moving on. The next one is American Royals. I love this book. It's kind of like weird though because it really makes you think like, dang, what if America really could have had like kings and queens? Like we could have been a monarchy. So that's interesting. Anyways, this just follows the American royals. But you know, you would never have guessed that by the title. You wouldn't have. Anyways, so we just follow this family. It's like the siblings and they just kind of really are, it's more of a coming of age story, I would say. Like they just kind of figure out what they want and what the country means to them and versus like what they want out of life itself, and are they willing to sacrifice everything to get what they want, or will they be like heroic and put away their selfish feelings for the sake of good old America. So that was fun to read about, and you know, that battle of wrong and right and all of that stuff is in this book. I love it. It's so good. You should read it. The next one, literally, I can't. This was the second like royal book that I read and it was wild. I know everybody knows what this next book is, but it's definitely one of my favorites, and that is Red, White, and Royal Blue. I don't know where to start with this. If you want me to do an individual review on this, I totally will, but I feel like there's so many out there and they all say the same thing that I would say. I will put one down in the description if you really want to read or know what this book is about in depth. There's just so much that I love about it. I love the relationships that the two main characters have. I think Alex and what is his other name? Henry. I love their relationship. I love this world that we're in. I love Henry's mom. Oh my God. I love everything about it. Okay, so let me just kind of briefly explain what this is about. It's about the first son of America and the Prince of England or whatever. And they kind of have like this hate to love romance, and it is so good. I love it. Yeah, that's about all I'm going to say, because everybody knows what this book is about. And if you're nervous about the hype, which like I was like, this book is so overhyped. Like, there's no way it's that good, but it is. It really is. It truly is. I love it. I loved this book. I will say though, the writing style was just a little weird at the beginning, but like once you get the hang of how like the author writes, then everything is so much better. The next book is actually something that I haven't read yet, but I can't wait to read. It's actually on my March TBR, so I will be reading it soon. But I don't know why I didn't read it sooner, because it's been recommended to me out the ass since I've been into this trope, and that is Meet Me in Monaco. It's kind of, I think it's the story of Grace Kelly and her relationship, like her marriage with like the Prince of Monaco or something like that. So you kind of just follow that. And so I think that I really am going to enjoy this, and I can't wait to read it next month. So if you want a full review on it, just let me know. The next one, they're not technically royals, but if you've read this or if you've heard about it, it totally feels royal as fuck. And that is Crazy Rich Asians. Like, while there's not technically royalty in here, there's definitely royalty in here. I don't know how to explain it, but it just follows like a bunch of different like families from different parts of Asia. And like, I don't know how to describe this book. It's just crazy. It's mainly about these two characters, Nick and Rachel, and their relationship. She's from like mainland China, which I guess is like not the best, but like as an American, you really don't know that. Like, you learn so much about China and all of like, it's crazy. It's so crazy, but it's really good. I loved it. It's like Gossip Girl on drugs. That's the only way I can explain this. It's wild, and you'll love it if you love the royal trope, even though there technically isn't royalty in here. Okay, so the last books are the first royal books that I read, and it's what started this shit, okay? Once I read it, I was like, oh, this is gonna get me in trouble. And that is the Selection series. I did read all of them except for the last one, including the novellas. I love them, but I'm only gonna consider it a trilogy just because this is all you really need to read. You know what I mean? You know? Hopefully that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I like the whole thing, but these three, this is what will get you. So I was so late to read these books. They've been out for so long, but I'm so glad I finally did. Whenever I was looking on Goodreads, I saw a review that said it's like Royals meets The Bachelor, and that's all I can think about whenever I'm trying to sorry, I kept on looking at my door because like it almost looks like the knob was spinning, like turning, but anyways, that's not important. Sorry, let's just move on. That's all I can think about. Like, all I can think about whenever I try to explain what this book is The Bachelor meets Royals. Like, it's crazy, but it's so good. So we follow I'm just going to talk about the Selection since it is a series. I don't want to like talk too much about the other one just because it might like spoil, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying. Anyways, So it follows this girl, America, singer, which that's the worst part of this fucking book is her name.
Her name, America, singer, like, why would you do that? Oh, okay.
But anyways, you love her anyway. So it's about, we follow her and the Prince Maxon, which I love him so much. It's fucking pathetic. It's really disturbing. He is definitely such a good book boyfriend. I can't with him. I can't. If you want to know all my favorite book boyfriends, just let me know and I'll give you that video, because I don't say that shit lightly, okay? Anyways, so we follow those two characters, and there's kind of a selection that happens, obviously, and that's kind of like where The Bachelor kind of goes in. It's like all these girls competing for his love or whatever, but these girls, a lot of them are going for different reasons, but majority of them do want that life, you know, like the royal life and all of that jazz, but you just gotta read it. It's so good. I'm not doing it any justice. Just know that this series really is such a game changer, and every time that I hold it, not even trying to be dramatic, it takes literally everything in me not to reread them. Like, that's how much I love them. And even the novellas, come on, like, you know it's real whenever you are searching for the novellas of a book, like, or desperate for them to put more out. I'm just gonna put it out there. I would love some more novellas of like of this, just so I can, I don't know, just so I can like kind of relive it. So yeah, that's all. Let's just stop, because I'll talk about it forever. Okay, that was it for my favorite slash, you know, just random royal books. I hope that this is helpful for you and that you also enjoy these books. If you want to talk about it, just let me know, because I'm always down to talk about some royal fiction, okay? Anyways, that's all that I have for you today, and I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.